Hey guys, my name's Rob, and this is Late Night Systems. Today we're going to try and recreate Ahrefs, or at least the 20% of it that I actually use. To be clear, I'm not a software developer, I'm just a regular guy experimenting with AI. Obviously we're not going to copy Ahrefs, that'd be illegal. The goal here really is to see if we can replicate some of what it does at a fraction of the cost. I have no idea if this is even possible, I guess we're going to find out. So this is the main overview page, and honestly it's probably the screen that I spend most of my time looking at. I can put a domain in and quickly get a sense of what's going on, how much organic traffic the site's getting, how many keywords they rank for. It's basically the tell me what I need to know about this website in 30 seconds view, so I definitely want some kind of version of this. The next feature I want to build is Keyword Explorer, so this is where I can type in a keyword and work out whether it's actually worth targeting. So how many people are searching for it, how competitive is it, what's the traffic potential, that kind of stuff. The next one is the site audit. I don't think I'm going to rebuild a full technical crawler because that's probably a project on its own. So for this project, I'm going to be using DataForSEO, which has this really nifty header area where it kind of follows your mouse cursor. Pretty cool. At a really high level, DataForSEO gives developers access to huge amounts of SEO data through APIs. And the one thing that massively helped me is they actually have their own built-in AI assistant called Sophia. And Sophia was surprisingly helpful because instead of having to dig through the documentation trying to figure out what I needed, I could just ask questions in plain English and get pointed in the right direction. So for example, this is the Domain Analytics API, and it's going to power a lot of the overview page stuff that we need. Then we've got the DataForSEO Labs API. This is the one that's going to do a lot of the heavy lifting for the keyword research. Next up is the on-page API. This is what's going to help with the site audit side of things. So I'm not going to go too deep into the software composing process here because that's probably a whole separate video. What I do is describe, usually using text-to-speech, exactly what I want to build in as much detail as I can. That conversation then takes all of that systems thinking and converts it into a build pack. The build pack has two parts. First, there's the design prompt, which is this one here. That's where we describe what the product should look like, what screens it needs, what the interface should include, and how the whole thing should feel visually. Then here's the build prompt. That's where we describe what the application actually needs to do, what features it needs, what data it needs, and how it should be structured. The reason why I want both of these created together is because the design and the build need to come from the same thinking. So even if we end up using two separate tools for each part, I don't want the design going off in one direction and the build going off in another. So this is stitched with Google. What we're going to do is we're going to set it to web mode rather than app. We're going to bosh in our design prompts, and then we're going to click this button and watch the magic happen. So let's take a look at what we've got. We've got the fonts and colors, very Obsidian-esque, I like it. We've got a login screen, looks very much like any login screen you would want. It's got this circuit board over here on the right. Not sure why we need to have that, but I'm not angry about it. And then you've got the SEO intelligence screen. This is the equivalent of the Ahrefs overview page. So top level metrics, some traffic trends over time. Some bits that are not showing any data, but it's fine. You've also got these like overlapping trend sort of numbers that we can fix. Here's the keyword research screen, so you can pop in your keyword, do an analysis. There's some clustering information over here. Overall, happy with that one. And this one looks like a rank tracker. We didn't ask it to build this, but I'm really glad that it did. This one's all about competitor intelligence, comparing domain versus domain. Then we've got our backlink analysis where we can dig into individual backlinks, total backlinks, see how we're doing from an offsite perspective. We definitely didn't ask for a SERP analysis feature, but it looks pretty cool, so I'm not going to argue. So this is supposed to be our website audit section, but they've given us a kind of standard overview page, which isn't that great, but it's not drama because I know that the DataForSEO page auditing function is like very standalone. And this final screen here is kind of like a admin settings kind of screen, nothing too exciting. So yeah, overall, I'm quite happy with that. It's a pretty decent design. It's got more or less everything that we need. So now we're in Bolt and we've got all of our design images attached to this prompt. We've also got our build prompt pasted in here. So all that's left to do now is click the big button. So this is what Bolt built us. It all looks very similar to the designs. All of these graphs work nicely. It's fixed this bit at the top where these metrics were overlapping, which is good. A few things that definitely need to be fixed is we don't have any way to sort any of these columns. There's loads of placeholder things like this notification bell doesn't do anything. You can't go to a profile area by clicking this icon. Obviously, trying to search for a keyword doesn't do anything because it's not actually plugged into DataForSEO or anything. You can't add any new filters. At least these drop downs work. Rank tracking looks okay. Again, like we just want to be able to sort these columns if we can. And these tabs need to actually lead to something. It'd be great if we could actually add keywords to the rank tracker using the add keyword button, right? Competitor analysis looks good. If we can genuinely get this kind of data, then that would be amazing. The usual sort of criticisms apply, not being able to sort tables, not being able to, jump between different tabs. I like this identified organic competitors section at the bottom. That's really neat. This content gap area is cool as well. I like that. That could maybe translate into content briefs, that kind of stuff. This backlink analysis section is absolutely solid. I think this is actually better than what Ahrefs has in terms of how it's all presented and the information you have readily in front of you. So if we can nail this, it's going to be a winner. SERP analysis is a bit meh, like we didn't ask for this in the design, yet it still made it into the design, and it's also made it through to the build. We'll see. I might drop this, if I'm honest with you. To make this work, we'd need to plug it into something like SERP API, I think, to get the kind of data we'd need. I don't think you can get the data for this from DataForSEO, but we'll see. This is a strong maybe. The site overview page is a bit of a Frankenstein's monster because it's not supposed to be a site overview, it's supposed to be a website audit. So this top part is very much what you'd expect from a website overview page, but we've kind of got that covered with the main dashboard area. And then towards the bottom, we've got this technical health section, which is more along the lines of what we actually wanted for a website audit section. So yeah, this page definitely needs some work. So this page is a bit of a strange one because it's almost like a blend of a profile page and a settings page. For example, this section here where you can edit your profile, that should really be accessible from this profile icon at the top right of the site. We definitely don't want to be adding API credentials via the app. That should be handled in a separate secrets area. This is completely unnecessary. This global toggle for the demo data is handy now, but we want to get rid of that pretty quickly. Billing makes sense if this was ever to be like a SaaS tool. Not sure whether user management needs to be here. But yeah, overall, I want to really tone down this page. And then we've got links for things like support, exporting reports, notifications. None of this stuff currently works, so we need to wire all of that up. So there you go, pretty true to the design I felt. There's a lot to do here, so I'm going to go off camera and go and fix all of this and plug it into the actual live data, and then we'll come back and have a look at what we have. So the dashboard doesn't look too different to last time, except now you can actually do things like sorting columns. The notification button actually works now, and you can see whether there's any notifications. We'll jump over into the keyword research section. We can actually type in a keyword like SEO tips, and then we actually get results coming back. So we've got all of the keywords, the intent, the volume, CPC, all those kind of good metrics. You can go over to related keywords and get some related suggestions. You can select a bunch of keywords, and then you can add them to a list, create a new list, give your list a name, and then create. And then that appears over here in this list, so we can go and look at a previous list. You can see here that you get metrics specifically for this group. You can go to analytics and get some nice graphs and some data. From here, you can generate AI clusters from your keyword set. And it also generates you a basic content brief that you can use. We've got this rank tracker. So this is set to track Ahrefs, so you get the top line metrics, top rank keywords, striking distance keywords, ranked keywords. You can also filter based off of your keyword lists as well. We've got our competitor analysis screen, so if we type in ahrefs.com, and then we get this live competitor data, such as your top competitor, a list of your other top competitors, traffic share, and then down here you get some AI competitor intelligence with a few sort of insights that can help you. Next, we've got the backlink analysis. So if I type in ahrefs.com again and analyze, I do think overall this section is a little bit too basic and we could probably add to it. I still need to fix this section here because it's not showing any data, but we do have it present in the graph. And then we've got our SERP analysis feature, which again, I didn't ask for. What you do is you type in your keyword and then do a search. And what you get back is actually surprisingly handy. You get this little analysis section here. You've got position distributions and domains in the top results. We've got our SERP features like people also ask and related searches, and it also pulls in the features. So I'm pretty happy with that, considering I didn't even want it to begin with. Next, we've got our site overview. This is your at the glance section. You can look at top keywords, top pages, and then we've got the website audit section, which takes a while to generate an audit, so I prepared one in advance. And this is what you get. Your main metrics here, your list of top issues. I set the crawl limit to 250 pages for now, but we can expand on that. You can jump specifically into the issues list and sort it by critical, warnings, notices. You've got a crawl of your URLs here with the titles and word counts, site speed, links, and then we also have this resources section so you can look at the media on the website. And then finally our settings page, which is massively toned down now. You've just got your profile information. You've still got this data toggle here, which I'll get rid of. There's team management capabilities. And if this ever was expanded into a SaaS, you've got a billing section right here. So the $1 million question, was it actually worth doing it? I think so, for sure. End to end, it probably took me about 3 or 4 hours to build. I used roughly 30 million Bolt tokens, which works out about 3 months worth of Bolt standard pro plan, or about $75 worth of usage. During all of the testing that I did, the DataForSEO API cost me less than $1. Is it as polished as Ahrefs? No. The site audit still needs expanding, exporting could be so much better, and there's loads of integrations I'd love to add. And I guess that's really the whole point of this video and late night systems in general, because what I put together in a few hours would have taken a team of engineers months a couple of years ago. And now anyone with access to AI tools and a bit of know-how can produce something like this or better. And I think that's pretty cool. If you enjoyed watching, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.